Hi Scorpio, thanks for watching Psychic Sleight Tarot today. This is going to be your October 2024 general tarot card reading. As far as astrology goes, if you want a more in-depth reading, it's good to get your chart done. But this is just a general for sun sign Scorpio. So I did pre-shuffle cards for you, Scorpio. And I do see that I didn't get to post this video right at the beginning of the month. So this is going to be for the rest of the month for you. See what's going on for you. Let me go ahead and pull some cards. See if there's any tarot messages, spirit guidance, spiritual guidance, what you need to know in that way. Alrighty, let's see here. I do see some big shifts or transitions as we're headed into the fall, some major decisions being made. Or a change of plans, maybe working more on your plans. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here, Scorpio. So I do see some of you, or what I'm getting is that in the recent past, for instance, maybe in the summer you took time off, went on vacation, or you were involved in more leisure activities, which look very fulfilling and positive for you. Although I do see that you are now moving on and that you're focused more on responsibilities, priorities, that sort of thing. So I kind of see you getting back to work in October, Scorpio, is what I'm getting for you. And I'm also seeing there was well-deserved free time or some sort of well-deserved downtime in the recent past that's really allowing you now to move forward in a better position, in a better way, to kind of step your game up as far as your goals go. During the time of this reading, I do see that some things could be in the works. Some plans that you're planning on could still be in the works. So you may not have all the answers or everything quite figured out yet. But I do see a strong determination to really accomplish things. And how do I put this? Like to plan things out, organize things. What is the word that I'm looking for? Like a sense of getting back on track, improving your budget, your finances, just really getting down to details about things. So let's see here. As we're moving on here, Scorpio, I see because of some new plans that you are working on, an example could be if you're working on a new budget and you want to save more money, things like this. I really see you stepping into more responsibility and you're ready to do so after leisure time, right? So I do see you stepping it up somehow. You look like you're definitely ready to do so. You do have some sort of plan I see that you've been kind of working towards. So in that, I do see you making some sort of changes. These are improvements in order for you to attain what you would like as far as your personal financial goals go. But I do see, oh goodness, excuse me. Sorry about that. This is the second time the cat has done this to your tarot card reading. What I was saying is I do see you having, excuse me. I do see you having to make some sacrifices, Scorpio, in order to make the change you're trying to attain. So again, the easiest way I could put this is if you're on a financial budget, you're knowing you may not be able to spend in certain ways any longer that you used to. You can't spend money in certain ways or on certain things, and you're ready to put that away and save in order to move on to something more. So, I'm getting a little bit of doubt. Like there's one side of you that's very determined and you know that you're going to accomplish something, but I do see some things are in the works. You're still uncertain. You're unsure if you can accomplish your goal. So this month, because there's been maybe some change in plans or goals, or you're wanting to do something differently moving forward, or you're recovering from some big financial purchases in the past, there could be some you could be a little bit more anxious or stressed out off and on throughout the month, unsure if what you're doing is practical or realistic. So what I'm seeing here with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords and the Emperor here, oh look, and the Sun card is coming out. I do see that there is a lot of practicality here. I do think that you are able to accomplish the goals you would like. What I'm seeing is it does require you to work harder, and that's a piece of, you know that already, and that's where I see the kind of stress comes in for you, is that it's a matter of you kind of having to get back on track, working harder, getting back on the ball, and that's actually what you're doing in the month of October, is what I'm picking up for you. Well, let's see here. So for a lot of you, I do see, I am getting something about a single parent, or, you know, of course, I see that there's a lot you're working on financially or for personal goals, but I do see you taking that time out to take care of loved ones. So I do see the work and play, or the family life and the home life, or the personal life and the career life, you know, and there is a balance there. Something about single parent is what I'm getting. I'm getting good news for you as far as your child's education or their goals or their career. I see that you've been guiding them or mentoring them. I mean, it could be a child, or it could just be somebody you're mentoring, a young adult. I do see a lot of good news in the area as far as mentoring somebody or assisting someone. So overall, yeah, I'm getting you're really wanting to raise the ball, step it up more, really accomplish a lot. And there could be so many amazing ideas coming to you. This seems after some downtime, after, you know, some sort of rest or something. Big ideas are coming to you this month. And I guess a message, again, that I'm getting for you, Scorpio, is it does seem very practical and it does seem very realistic, but there are some sacrifices and changes you may have to make at the beginning. Now, all of us, we don't always need to make sacrifices, but in your case, I do see kind of having to make some sort of change somewhere, right? An example could be, again, maybe you need to save more money, you can't spend as much, or maybe you don't have enough time in the day and you may have to give something up in order to accomplish something else. So there are some things there you have to work out. I don't see it's a complete waste for you at all, or that, you know, you're just in la la land overthinking and that this is so unrealistic. I do see that there is a lot of good things in the works for you if you continue to work towards them and on them. I do see a supportive network around you, Scorpio, able to bounce ideas off somebody, or you feeling the urge of taking on a responsibility or having responsibility somehow kind of over a lot of people, or somehow looking over people, or I guess you could be in a leadership position at work, or you may have a family you may feel you need to take care of. Some loved ones could be resurfacing from the past, or old friends from the past, or I'm getting some sort of connection from the past could be coming in for you, but it's very subtle. I don't necessarily see it's going to create any big shifts for you, but it does look interesting. I just kind of see your network from the past could be, or your network could be expanding, and it could be from connections that you have made in the past. So let's see here, Scorpio, are there any other last messages that you need to know? Any final messages here? So, like I had said earlier, I do see you want to gain and attain so much more as far as accomplishing and finances, and I think a lot of you could have really went big in the summer. You could have maybe spent more than you had anticipated, or maybe you anticipated, but now you really need to catch up financially. So that's something else I'm getting for you, Scorpio. You're catching up financially. I don't know, with all these other cards here, it's not that I see you're at a real loss or that you're broke or struggling. What I see is you're unhappy with your accomplishments and you're wanting more. And I do see you in the leadership position, or you're able to initiate and move forward to improve your situation. I do see that you want to work with others, that you're networking, or others in the past, people from the past may come back to you to network with you. Although I'm not really seeing anyone's going to do anything for you. You do look like the one in control or in charge, or you need to lead, initiate, or, something like that. So I don't necessarily see anything being handed to you or given to you, Scorpio. You really just got to go with your plan and move forward. And it does seem like a really good idea. It does seem very realistic. There's some ups and downs for you this month, like I had said in the past, but I do see it overall. This is your October general reading, or the rest of October. But I see as we're moving towards the fall here in the new season, or towards the end of the year, where there's been some shifts and some major planetary shifts, there's still some up and downs. You're trying to get to the details of things. That's really what you're wanting. You want to be more focused, goal-oriented. I just cannot find the word. It's like you're more organized in every way is what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing you want to step it up in a lot of ways here. One final message I'm getting to tell you, Scorpio, before we wrap it up is I don't see that you made any mistakes in the past, or that you should regret something you did or not. It looks like whatever you did in that moment, that's what you had to do. So if there's any things that you did I see that you could be thinking about things you did in the recent past and kind of wondering if you had done things differently. Maybe things would have turned out this way or that way. And these could be very simple things. Doesn't have to be anything huge. But I'm seeing that you really needed to do that in order to kind of nurture yourself, in order to grow, in order to be ready to do what you're going to do now, or kind of head where you're headed. So if it wasn't for the things you did in the past, you would not be where you are at the moment. There's some minor hiccups, minor bumps in the road. You're just kind of getting readjusted to a new schedule, or new goals that you would like. But overall, I see a very good reading as we're headed into the fall, and as we're moving more towards the end of the month and towards the end of the year. I do think things won't be as up and down for you as you may be feeling at the time of this reading. Well, thanks so much for watching today, Scorpio.